going on, hardcores and casuals? Ryu coming out to you another review, and this time it's Dark Souls 3. And let me tell you guys, this is not a casual friendly game, really at all. If I was to compare it to the last three, I would say 1 is still my favorite. It makes you want to play a real remake of 1 and not a remastered after playing this. Now, what do I mean by that? One of the best qualities of this game is the fidelity, the graphics. It's really beautiful. It's almost fully realized. It does feel like it's a little bit on a budget, and you kind of realize that the way fireplaces are placed don't make sense sometimes. It's a small little gripe, but the overall world is not as connected as 1 and 2, or particularly 1. The reason why I compare it to 1, without any spoilers, is a lot of references to 1. And you'll know pretty immediately what I'm talking about if you've played 1 or beaten 1, to be more precise. But again, so in my personal opinion, this game is about a 7 and 7.5. It's really frustrating sometimes. I put about 300 hours plus in all three combined, about 120 hours in this game. I'm going to tell you right now, this is just very unuser-friendly. It rebalances itself compared to 1 and 2 and just makes it harder. You can't upgrade armor anymore. It takes away small little important things that you think don't matter until you're presented with it. Now, skills pay the bills. If you have a high skill level, this is relatively still an easy game, but the kind of skill level I'm talking about requires hours and hours of play that you could be playing better games technically if you're a casual player. If you're a hardcore, this is definitely for you. This is a challenge that needs to be done. With that, though, it's a lot of pain and punishment until you understand how the system works. It's been completely retweaked. Even the depth, the range, it takes more than it gives, in my opinion. There are ways to cheat the game, like all the other Dark Souls, but then that means it needs you to play a particular way. So it's not as, how do you say it? It's not as versatile as it can seem at first. Certain swords are better, certain things are better. It all takes time, though. I don't like the level cap off, but I've never liked the level cap off on any of them. It just progressively gets harder and harder. This game does not want to hold your hand. You'll miss a lot of lore points if you're trying just to beat the game, and if you try to explore, it's many hours. It's a difficult game to go into without spoiling stuff or without being very long-winded, because there is a lot of details in this game, real minute stuff. I would tell you that if you're a casual and you're trying to get into this series, that my personal opinion, just be patient and be above the game. Don't let it get to you. You will die a lot, but just continue to grow and learn and learn. There's a lot of many things to learn. You can make whole manuals and manuals of this game. If it sounds overly complicated, it's not. I'm just preparing you, because this is not the same as some normal casual game like Super Smash Bros. Or something like that. Just not to downplay Super Smash, guys. You know. But anyway, I wish the lore was played more. I can't give this game more than a 7 or 7.5. The DLC probably would be, if I was to include all the DLC and you actually understand the lore, this is probably an 8 to 8.5. The lore, I mean, the story, the DLC is pretty cool. The snow stages I could have done, without, but the Ring City is fantastic. Now, why do I don't like the snow stage? Just because it's kind of been there already. It doesn't have the same appeal as Part 1 did, and it is a reference to 1 once again. This might as well be the Part 2, really, to Part 1. But again, after playing this, it does have a lot of ups and downs, but it really makes me wonder what a Part 1 completely remade in this engine or better would look like. Alright guys, y'all take care. Hope I did it justice, man. 5 out of 10 if you're a casual, because it's tough to get into and it's very punishing, and there's no alternate modes. And 7.5 for me. If you have the complete understanding of this game, it's probably closer to an 8.5. Y'all take care, guys.